Go.
Hi, my name is Lamar, and welcome to the Outlet Pass. What's your name, Malik?
You just said my name. My name's Malik.
Hey. We're gonna talk about our favorite players now because why not? I see you're repping the Akatsuki drip. Just a question before we start: who's your favorite Akatsuki member?
Who's my favorite Akatsuki member?
Yeah, who's your favorite Akatsuki member? Yeah.
I mean, other than Itachi, most of the Akatsuki is pretty garbage. But
what?
They are though.
Are they?
Okay. I guess if I had to choose, I would say Toby, because when he was undercover, when he wasn't Madara yet, it wasn't open about being Madara. Like I was like, who's this guy? Like this guy. Did you watch the dub or you watched the sub?
I watched dub.
You watched the dub? Okay, so you actually heard them in English, because I watched it when it was speaking in Japanese, but it was sub. But then I rewatched it in dub. The guy who played Toby, or Madara's voice in the dub, his voice is dope.
Yeah,
his voice is hella deep.
You're allowed to say Itachi. Like I was.
No, I didn't say I wasn't. I just said Itachi is the best. He's literally just the best.
Yeah, because you said other than Itachi. I was like, you're allowed to say Itachi, but
because I was trying to think of anybody else, because I don't really like Deidara that much.
Okay.
She's I don't know. A lot of them are pretty forgettable. Like the guy who couldn't die. I forget his name.
Hidan?
Yeah.
I understand. Okay, so here's my thing, right? Like, I don't agree with you. What I will say is that, like, with Itachi, like, in terms of, like, people that, like, I love in the show, there's Itachi, and then there's, like, Pain, and then there's, like, everybody else.
See,
for me,
I don't really like Nagato that much.
I was talking about Pain.
Yeah, no, Pain.
Like the six passive
but
Pain.
Nagato is Pain, though.
Oh, yeah.
No, but here's my thing. I don't really like them as a villain, because other than like the fact that they were destructive, it's kind of like
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. Like I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree to disagree, but like I do think that like I think Itachi's definitely like the coolest one.
Well, right? Not coolest. I just think Itachi was the best Akatsuki member.
Okay, yeah. By the way, I'm not talking about strongest. I'm just talking about like who's your favorite.
Yeah, I don't care about strength. I'm not talking about strength. I just say the best, like most interesting character. I think best arc out of all of them, because most of the Akatsuki, like, you didn't really see them until they actually were fighting, and then most of them lost. So it's like,
yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I mean, they all died, so like whatever. Like, before we get started, I'll say my favorite. It's weird because like they're all so different. If I were to be honest, my favorite one is Hidan. That's my favorite one. I just like how we got in Shikamaru's head and stuff like that. I just like that whole arc, honestly. I like a lot of the members of the Akatsuki except for Zetsu, Bun Zetsu. All right, so we are going to talk about each other's top 5 favorite players. Don't be going in the comments and being like, oh, this person's in your top 5. No, I just like him. That's it. This has nothing to do with the top
in other
5.
words, this is our personal opinion. So
yeah, exactly.
We don't need you to agree or disagree. If you have a different top 5, put it in the comment section below.
And this is favorite. So if I say Mike Conley, which I won't, if I say Mike Conley is in my top 5, he's in my top 5. Bun you, okay?
All right, Lamar, just go. Give me your top 5.
All right, so
my number 5.
Dang it, man. No, can I start at number 1, honestly? Because like
at number 1.
Down. Yeah, at number 1, I'm a Raptors player. I'm a Raptors player. Yep. right now, my favorite player is Kawhi Leonard. Even though we haven't seen him play in a year, but it's Kawhi Leonard, and it's because he's efficient. He plays lockdown defense. He's just somebody. He makes the game look easy, I guess, right? Like that. That's just it. We got 8 minutes and 34 seconds. So like, yeah, Kawhi Leonard is my favorite player in the NBA.
Okay, and then who's your number 2?
My number 2, I'm gonna go with Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
Simply the fact that he's tall, he's got a good handle, and his game is actually maturing. It's matured last year. He can score really well. Just has to work on it, like getting a better 3 ball, but like it's not like he can't shoot it. And his playmaking has gotten drastically better. Number 3, honestly, it's gonna be Scotty Barnes, because man almost had. I'm sorry, man. That guy is really good, man. I don't know, and he's only gonna get better. But like, knock. This man almost had a triple-double in his first playoff game until Joel Embiid injured him. I'll say that. Number 4 for me is gonna be Jokic.
Okay.
Yes, it's gonna. Actually, you know what? No, 4 and 5. I'll just say them together because like they interchange. Honestly, it's Jokic and Giannis.
Jokic and Giannis. Okay.
I just like the bigs that can pass. I'll put Giannis at 4. Giannis is just a dog, man. Like it's hard to talk about him because like I understand people want to be like, well, he has no skill, but like what I like about Giannis is that whatever he can do, he's the best at it. Right? Like the driving, you know, like he does it really well. He doesn't need to shoot threes. If he shoots threes, GG's for the rest of the league because you're not winning again if you start shooting threes or just tween hezzy, whatever. He doesn't need to do that. So yeah, those are my top 5.
I agree. Okay, so my top 5 is pretty simple. At number 5 is Ja Morant. I love Ja Morant. I love his game. I love the energy that he plays with. I love the fact that he's fearless and he doesn't care. I like the fact that he constantly is getting better no matter what. So I'm super proud of what the Grizzlies did last year. And I definitely think that if they have the right game plan going against Golden State, they will be a tough out for Golden State for sure. Okay, so at number 4, I would say is Klay Thompson. If you know me, you know I like players who work great both ways. I like players who can play offense and defense. I think that Klay Thompson, because of how great of a player Steph Curry is, gets outshined sometimes. But people don't really talk about the impact that he had for Golden State in all of their finals, right? Whether they won or lost, just the defensive capabilities, his shooting, his rebounding, his passing. His game makes Steph Curry's game better. Steph Curry's game makes his game better. So I love them as a duo.
Can I say one thing?
Okay.
When Klay Thompson has those insane games, he feels like the best player in the world to me. Like I don't know, like the 37 in one quarter, the 60 points off like 28 dribbles or something like that. Like he just seems like the best player in the world to me. But yeah, continue.
Okay, at number 3 for me, people are gonna make think I'm a homer with this, but my number 3 is Fred VanVleet. Again, if you know me, you can ask my brother. I've been a fan of Fred VanVleet since he was in college. I watched when he was on Wichita State, and they went undefeated, and they made it to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament. I love Fred VanVleet's game. I've always thought he was going to be a great player, and the fact that he got put on my favorite team, the Raptors, is something that always brings me joy to this day. He's somebody that I always believe deserves to have that spotlight on him. So I'm glad that he was an all-star this past season and everything. Again, just a big fan of Fred VanVleet. Number 2, in my opinion, the greatest Raptor of all time is DeMar DeRozan. That's my opinion. I know it's controversial. I know people are going to say Kyle Lowry. I get it.
Yeah, that's very controversial.
I think that it's interchanging between the two of them. But what DeMar DeRozan did for the Raptors, and even the past season he just had, DeMar DeRozan at one point last year was the best player in the NBA, right? Consistently with his scoring, with just the impact he was playing, even defensive plays he was making. So I've always been a huge fan of DeMar DeRozan. He's my second favorite player in the NBA. Him and Klay Thompson to me always are interchangeable, like best shooting guards in the NBA. And then if you know me, Lamar already knows who my favorite player is in the NBA. It's Chris Paul. I love the leader that Chris Paul is, how driven he is, how focused he is. He's a great passer, great defender, and I've always just been a big fan of him. I know he hasn't won a championship, and I know he has a lot of drawbacks, and he can't stay healthy, but, you know, I'm just grateful just to have watched Chris Paul. I would love to see him win a championship. I don't think Phoenix will this year, but we will see what happens in the NBA. So that's it for me.
Yeah, I don't like Chris Paul. I don't care about Chris Paul.
I know you don't.
Yeah, but in terms of DeMar DeRozan, long as you don't say Kawhi Leonard, fine with me. I don't care. If you have him as the GOAT, honestly, like obviously he's not my GOAT, but you know
who is your Raptor GOAT?
Well, mine is Kyle Lowry, like you said, but like if you were to say Kyle Lowry, Vince Carter, or DeMar DeRozan, have it. I don't care.
Yeah, I think Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan are interchangeable, right? I have always loved DeMar DeRozan. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Kyle Lowry, but I've always loved DeMar DeRozan. So, even when we first got him.
Yeah. He's cool.
All right, Lamar, do you have anything controversial to say before the end of the episode? Anything that we can clip to put on YouTube as a short? You want to call anybody out?
Shoot. Man, what do I want to say? I don't think I want to say anything. Hope you all have a great day. You know, Jesus loves you. And Maya Moore is a top 3 player in WNBA history.
I agree with that. I think Maya Moore might be top 2. My gosh. Wait, who is your WNBA GOAT?
Mika Catchings. It's weird when talking about the WNBA. But like I'm just going with her numbers, and she has won championships, so it's fine, honestly. But it's honestly like there's like 4 women.
Mine is Candace Parker. Candace Parker.
Yeah, I disagree, but yeah.
I knew you were gonna disagree with.
I disagree.
Yeah.
She's not even. She like I have like people that like I'll let slide, but I won't let that slide, honestly. But you can have it.
Why?
Huh?
What's wrong with Candace?
There's nothing wrong with Candace. Like I think she's top 10 definitely. Maybe even top 5, but I don't think she's number 1. And that's just what I think. That's just me.
I mean, that's fair. I'm just asking your opinion. I can't ask your opinion.
Yeah, you can ask my opinion. If I feel like your opinion is wrong, I can say that your opinion is wrong. But at the end of the day, your opinion is your opinion.
Listen, everybody. If you're gonna compare our talk show or anything to anybody, please don't compare it to Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, because none of us are as crazy or as out there as Skip Bayless. I would love to debate Skip Bayless one day. That would be so much fun, because I just wanted to see him freak out. You know what I'm saying? But like, I would purposefully say LeBron James is the GOAT just to piss him off. Like, I would do that.
Okay. Yeah. You do the outro.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys for always commenting, liking the video. Make sure you go subscribe to Lamar's channel, subscribe to my personal channel, and we'll see you guys later for the next episode.